Walshy is like the reason that I became anybody though, because he was the one that started inviting me to high-level FFA lobbies and helped me grow as a player. He was always inviting me to FFAs. Heard Walshy was super kind, letting people in the lobbies at first. Tsquared like hell nah. Yeah. Pretty sure Tsquared actually blocked me in my first interaction with him. We're cool now, but I arguably deserved it. I guess I'll tell this story real quick since we're in story time. You guys might get a kick out of this. But when I was like probably 14 or 15, I was really good, but like I didn't have access to good lobbies or anything. And I was friends with this kid named Hamster, who was kind of the same as me. He was really skilled, but didn't have an opportunity. And Hamster made a fake Ogre tag. The Ogres joined a sponsor team called 3D, and Ogre 2's real tag was I3DI Ogre 2. But in Halo 2, the text was such that a capital I and a lowercase L looked exactly the same. So Hamster made I3DL Ogre 2, and it looked exactly like Ogre 2's tag, so he copied his symbol and everything, and he was good enough to fool people to thinking he was Ogre 2. Like, he wasn't as good, but he was good, like good enough that like to an untrained eye, he could have been Ogre 2. So at the same time, I made the tag EG Pac-Main because Pac-Main joined Evil Geniuses. This was like the very beginning of Evil Geniuses back in the early 2000s. And Pac-Main was like a popular pro from Canada, so I made a fake Pac-Main tag. So we would run as a duo in matchmaking, Ogre 2 and Pac-Main, and just destroy people on our like poser gamer tags of pros. We end up matching with Puckett and Shibby on our team. So you guys know the caster Puckett, right? Back then he was actually a decent player, but he was in the friend circle with all the pros and like played with pros. He was friends with the Ogres, like lived in the same town as them. They came up together. So Puckett and Shibby are on our team, and me and Hamster popped the fuck off on our fake pro tags. I think Hamster got like 30 kills and I got like 27 or something. I don't know. We popped off, win the game, carried the shit out of Puckett and Shibby. And then I add Puckett to my tag, or I add him to my friends list, and I send him a message like, yo, this is my new tag or some shit. Like I was just pretending to be Pac-Man and that my mic was broken. I was like, sorry, my mic's broken, can't talk or some shit like that. Like later that night, Puckett gets into an FFA lobby with like the guys from Exit Wounds. It was like Bonfire, It Was Luck, and like Tsquared was in there. Tsquared and Fallacy were also there. They invite me to play in the FFA lobby because they thought I was Pac-Man. And I ended up, I think I got like third in the first FFA and then won the next like 2 or 3 FFAs in a row playing with all these pros in the lobby. And I was so hyped. I was a little kid. I'm trying to go pro, and like I was playing with people I watched online. I win the games, and then I think the next day I did it again. I got invited to the FFA lobby because these guys were playing FFAs every night. The next day I get invited to another FFA lobby, and it's like Tsquared, Fallacy. It's like a lot of the same players, but then like Ghost Ayami was in the lobby as well. And then I was winning again. I was like top 3 every game. I won a majority of the free-for-alls throughout the session. And I'm just playing on this fake tag where they think I'm a different pro player, and I was just a no-name at the time. And then after the second night of like dominating them, I was like, maybe if I tell them who I actually am, they'll add me on my real tag. And at this time I had amassed like a friends list of like a bunch of pros on the fake tag. So I sent him and Tsquared messages that were like, hey, I'm not actually Pac-Man. My real tag is Eli the Ninja. Can you add me on my main tag? And all of them fucking blocked me instantly. They blocked me on the Pac-Man tag, like removed me from the list, blocked me. And then I got on my main tag on Eli the Ninja and tried to add them, and they fucking blocked me on my main tag as well. And I was like, fuck, I just ruined my chance to like play with these guys. I should have at least like played with them more before this, but I just like really wanted them to be on my friends list on my main tag. And then fast forward, I don't know, a couple months, and Mikowski sends me an invite and then also messages me like 3 times. It says, join right now, I'm with Walshy. So I join, and I don't know how Mikowski got in the lobby, but he's playing with Walshy, the Ogres, I think some more players from Exit or Straight Rippin'. And now I'm playing with some of the same guys that I played with on the Poser account, but on my main account. And we play FFAs, and I'm winning again. I was just an FFA lord back then. I don't know. I was mastering the double shot. My BR was one of the best in the game back then. And I was just winning lobbies with Walshy. And then Walshy added me to his friends list. Like as soon as the session was over, he removed some. Back then you could only have 100 friends, by the way. So you had to, if you already had 100 friends, you had to remove somebody to add somebody new. So he deleted someone from his friends list so he could add me. He started inviting me to free-for-alls all the time. This was before I ever even went to a tournament. And then, yeah, fast forward a couple of months, at my second event I ever went to, I got 4th out of like 2,000 players in the FFA and beat a lot of the guys that had blocked me. And then finally they started adding me back. But it was a different time back then. I don't know. I just wanted to tell that funny story of how I originally got in, and Walshy was a big reason why I got some recognition.